Well, hello, and welcome to the 365-day gaming challenge. This is the challenge where I play an unplayed game for my pile of shame every day. And today is day 249. And we are looking at Train Sim World number 3 on the PC. I have played Train Sim World and Train Sim World 2 in the past. And I'm expecting more of the same, to be honest. Nothing that different that would surprise me. So let us select our character. There's no custom character creation by those things. So, God, that's a horrible looking. Why would you choose a green cardigan? Honestly, I don't like any of these characters. I'm just going to be the first one. Our character name is Footy, of course. Oh yes, I've read and understood them, but I don't agree with them. See real world advertisement in game. Well, alright, let's leave that on just to see how bad that is. Based on my profile, alright, we'll go with what's recommended then. Navigation and interaction.
Welcome to Train Sim World.
Thank you.
An immersive and highly detailed rail simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world.
And lots of DLC because it is a dovetail game.
This is the training center. Here you can learn about how to navigate and interact with the world, as well as how to operate the many trains.
So long as you pay us for them.
Let's start by looking around. Find each of the markers and look at them.
Oh, I want to change stuff. I want to go to my settings, please, and my controls. And we are going to invert the y-axis because that is the correct way to use a pad. Apply. Right, there we go. That's better. Now I can do it nice and accurately. If you found yourself looking up and down, you can invert it. No, well, just what? Just leave
Your
things
current
alone.
objective is shown at the top left of the screen. Walk to the blue marker to complete the current objective.
Gosh, bite, this is horrible. And it's not got menus that rotate from the wider. It's not difficult to do. It's not. It's not. You've got a linked list. All you do is point the end of your linked list to the beginning of your linked list, and then you can just, instead of having to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 button presses to get to options, I can do one. Just make your menus circle, please. It's not hard. Just bad UI. Alright, graphics we are looking for. Screen. We can't change that because it's a Windows 4 screen, but it's picking up the wrong resolution because we are not running in 4096. We are running in 4K. We'll just leave that on high. Advanced settings. I'm looking for motion blur. We are going to turn off because that's just awful. And VSync we are going to turn on. That's what I was looking for. Right. We shouldn't have that horrible tear in there.
You've been awarded some action points.
Woohoo!
These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience level for the game.
Lovely.
This is one of the many types of route tasks to be discovered. Keep an eye out for many more types and styles of route tasks, which can involve placing, collecting, or fixing a variety of things.
Splendid.
Head into the main building, and you'll continue your induction there.
We're onboarding. Sit.
You can pause Train Sim World at any point to review objectives and a lot of other information about what's happening at the moment. Try it now. Now that we've covered some of the basics of moving around and interacting with the environment, let's take a walk through the building and find the trains.
That's a good idea.
This is Central Square. From here, you can explore the main training center depot and surrounding yards.
Great. It's not a bad looking game. It's not overly complex, but
Your journey operating
pleasant
trains
enough.
is just getting started here in the training center. Remember, you can always come back here.
Session invalid? Why? Why is my session invalid? Continue. Continue chapter 1. Yes, please. Screen elements. This sounds exciting.
This module will cover the on-screen overlay, known as the heads-up display or HUD, that is shown when you are in control of a train. Climb up the ladder into the locomotive and then sit in the seat.
Which ladder? That ladder? Is that a ladder? So open the door first is what you meant, rather than climb up the ladder. Sitting chair. Aren't we facing the wrong direction? Perhaps it wants us to go to a different part of the train. That's not good. Yeah. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? To go on the wrong side. Right, sit. We could have done it in reverse. All we needed was a camera.
Welcome to the most important seat in the train. While sitting here, you'll be in full control. Before you think about moving the train, though, let's look at the HUD overlay that's appeared on the bottom right.
Ooh.
The heads-up display is a guide to what your train is doing.
Nothing.
The main part of the HUD is the speed display. A white bar will appear around the outside to show your current speed, and the red mark indicates your maximum permitted speed.
It's in the wrong units.
This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral directions. This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power or throttle control is in.
Excellent.
These are the brake indicators. The exact ones shown will vary by train and will often be visible in the train itself on various gauges. They tell you what's happening in the braking system. The most important one is the BC or brake cylinder. If that's reading 0, then your brakes are released. Anything else, and brakes are applied and you won't be able to move.
So where's the on strike indicator? How do I know when I have to go to the picket line? Can't see that.
Every train can have small variations in the HUD unique to the way it works, but they will mostly look the same. As you learn to control new trains, study the HUD and learn how it helps you operate it. If you want to see this again, you can rerun this training module at any time.
Oh, wow, that's we won that one then. Excellent. Continue chapter. Moving a train. At least it didn't move us outside
In
of the
this
train.
training module, you're going to look at making the train move, and then bringing it to a stop again.
Alrighty.
While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always 3 controls that are common and are required to move the train.
Power, throttle, brake.
The reverser sets the direction between forwards and backwards. The brakes are used to slow or stop the train. The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates. We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction. Keep the brake control and release until you can see the brake pipe control needles are reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully. Watch the brake cylinder, or BC gauge, to see it gradually reduce to 0, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released and you can move the train. Apply some throttle to get the train moving. As you apply power, notice the amp bar rising. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
So we've got max speed 75 miles an hour there, but we've got kilometers an hour on our hood. So 6 button presses again. Alright, general. Where are units hiding? Hood on gameplay maybe? Units, measurement units, imperial, feet or yards, feet. I see, I only want the speed in. Oh, I want that in Celsius. Mass. Automatic. Damn it. I want speed in miles per hour, but distance is in metric. Is that too much to ask? Apparently so. Oh well. That will do. Apply. Good, now we've got miles per hour.
While the specifics of operating brakes vary from train to train, the basic process of stopping is fundamentally the same.
Put the brakes on.
Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of braking you'll need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill, and how heavy your train is. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling them, particularly stopping them in the right place. That concludes this module. Restart the module to learn the steps again, or move on to the next module.
I think we'll move on, thank you. We're moving on. Changing path. Well, that's up to the people who control the points. Unless we're going to have to get out
This
and change it
module
ourselves.
will go over the fundamentals of operating junctions to change the path your train will take, and how to navigate using the map. Most rail lines around the world are controlled remotely by a signaling center or dispatcher. From the perspective of the train, the direction taken is automatic.
Yes, that makes sense.
But within yards and depots, many small and frequent movements are required. This makes remote control of the track impractical. In these locations, the direction taken is manually controlled. You can set junctions by either walking up to them and interacting with them, or going to the 2D map and changing them from there.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh,
Let's change this junction by hand first. Walk over to it and change it by operating the lever. Notice how the point blades move on the track. Try moving it a few more times until you can see how it works.
I'm pretty sure I know how a point system works.
Let's head over to the train, and then we can look at the map.
That's a little bit funny. Right, there we go. Switch lever. We just did that. Why did you not register that we did it? Alright, so the game's just bugged out then. Well done, Dovetail. You tested this one well. There we go. Pushing it, look. And I ain't registered it. Well done. Map. Full map. Maybe we have to
Your junctions are set correctly. Let's get the train moving and see it all working. If you can't remember how to make the train start and stop, there is a training module you can rerun to remind yourself. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
It wanted us to change a different set of points than we were changing before. It just wasn't very clear that that was the case. Apparently we just failed that.
This module will go over the fundamentals of operating junctions to change the path your train will take, and how to navigate using the map.
Really?
Most rail lines around the world are controlled remotely by a signaling center or dispatcher. From the perspective of the train, the direction taken is automatic. But within yards and depots, many small and frequent movements are required. This makes remote control of the track impractical. In these locations, the direction taken is manually controlled. You can set junctions by either walking up
Why
to them
can't we
and
skip
interacting
this?
with them,
Why?
or going to the 2D map and changing them from there. Let's change this junction by hand first.
Yes.
Walk over to it and change it by operating the lever. Notice how the point blades move on the track. Try moving it a few more times until you... Let's head over to the train, and then we can look at the map.
Right. Switch lever. Hooray.
Your junctions are set correctly. Let's get the train moving and see it all working. If you can't remember how to make the train start and stop, there is a training module you can rerun to remind yourself.
I don't think so.
Watch the brake cylinder, or BC gauge, to see it gradually Apply some throttle to get the train moving. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
Brakes are for wimps, are they?
Bring
Tutorials
this
are for
train to a
wimps.
complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar.
No, because we'll fail the tutorial and have to sit through all of that bloody yappity yap stuff again. I just want to get to where I can choose which track I want to drive. Hooray, we win.
That concludes this module. All the junctions in the training center are manual, so you can go anywhere you wish using the map and by changing junctions manually. If you want to practice, go to Explore on Foot in the training center. You'll find trains dotted around, and you can practice driving them and moving them around the yard. Don't forget, you can always rerun this training module later if you can't remember any of what's been covered.
I think I'll manage. Right, main menu, look. That's it, we've done the tutorial. To the trains. Look, and there's a store. Should we see how much DLC there is to buy? Because there'll be loads of it. Look at all this, look, here we go. This game's released today, and already we have... well, that's 90 quid. 110, 120. That's 130 quid on the... No, there's another one there as well. So 157 quid so far just on that front page. Do these scroll? They do. Fantastic. So that's 200 quid. Are these no? There's no price on these ones. So these are already in the game. Be right if these are all in the game. Not sure. Locos. So this is what Dovetail are famous for. Thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of DLC. I mean, obviously you don't have to buy all of it. And it does occasionally go on sale. But Dovetail have a ridiculous amount of DLCs. And some of it is really expensive. So I'm definitely not mad keen on their pricing model. And I don't yet know how much stuff you actually have in the game. Let's have a look. pick a train. Jump into a timetable or scenarios. Let's have a timetable. So it looks like we have 4 trains in total. I don't know whether previous DLC is important to this one or not. I haven't looked that one up. No, the game's not free to play. It's on Game Pass. I'm playing it on Game Pass. But I do have the previous 2 games in Steam library. But obviously my Steam library DLCs won't import into Game Pass. And I did like 2, because 2 had London Underground, which actually was quite fun. But it doesn't look like... Oh, that's actually a UK train, yeah. It's class 66. So it's a diesel hauler, I think. Oh, it's a diesel electric, yeah. What have we got there? Diesel electric, diesel electric. See, they're all electric. When you want to have something that's interesting, you're going to be paying for it. So you've got the shunters, the underground. There you go. There's an underground one. That's 10 quid then. So I wouldn't buy anything on this purely. Oh, you see the prices are showing up. Purely because if I was going to get this game, I would get it on Steam. And the BR Class 31s. Buy now. No, thank you. There's no price on it. So they obviously have not metadated this one quite properly yet. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the Bakerloo line that is in 2. I'll have to go and check. But these ones are interesting. These high speed trains, they're fun to play about with. But they are all diesel electric. I don't think there's any steam trains in this game. They also have Train Simulator. This is Train Sim World. So Train Simulator's the more simmy one. This one's more arcadey. And that Great Western Express, that's the Eurotunnel trains. Yeah. Alright. To the trains. Choose a route. Sudden high speed. Oh, maybe there are some different trains there then. Let us go on the Wurzburg line. Oh, so we don't actually get to... How do we start this then? I don't want to go in the night time. Let's go on that one. Get started. Well, you definitely want one of the 1970 diesel trains then. They do a good job on it. Here we go. Wait for a moment. We have a red light. We've released our train brake. And we have put our reverser onto forwards.
Störung, Störung.
And when this train gets out of the way, we'll go for it. As long as my union says we are working today. You can crash trains if you want to, yeah. But you'll fail the missions if you do that. Come on, lights. Give me green. Okay. It's not accelerating like my motorcycle. What is wrong with that? There's something weird going on with the physics in this. Because I definitely, unless the wheels were sliding, I suppose they could have been. No, the brake's off. It's what the BC bit is. Pretty sure I have to turn the brakes off anyway.
Störung. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
Yeah. Oh.
Störung.
Set the brake to running. Running. There we go. So I had turned it off. We're on forward. We're on running. And we're throttling. I should be going. That should be moving forwards now. So the BC is the brake indicator. Come on then.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Brake release. Brake release. Can we restart? Restart. Yes, I do. Restart. Yes. It's very difficult to tell which menu option you're actually selecting on there because it's not obvious at all. It's actually the grey one that is highlighted. Whereas you would think that grey was not selected. Right. We can put our brake into release, hold, apply. So brakes run release. Train brake is on running. So we've definitely released the brakes. We're definitely on running. We are on reverses on forwards.
Störung. Störung.
Let's put our lights on bright. Yes, we can go. So we'll put on 30% throttle. And we're moving this time. Not very quickly again. %75% throttle now. We've got 53 miles to go. Got a green light in 5,000 yards. We've got a speed limit of 60 miles an hour. Why aren't those on? It's not very good, is it? We're in the dark here. We are blind apparently, because the lights don't work. I think we should send this train back to the manufacturer. Right, we can... I suppose, as long as we don't hit anything, we can travel along in the dark all we like. But we might actually hit a deer or something, we will never see it, or if anybody decides to jump onto the track and commit suicide, we'll never see him. Right. If we eventually ever reach our speed limit, maybe 143, so we're at full throttle. Doesn't seem right, doesn't seem right at all. Definitely no more controls for putting the lights on. Train power line is on. Throttles at max. Brake is definitely released. We're not driving over the speed limit. Let's throttle back. This is what driving trains is all about. It's enjoying the sound of the track and the train running over the tracks. And the glow of the instrument panel. And wishing you were trained to be a pilot. But you can look at the stars. That may even be an accurate star. So, oh, it's a bit noisy outside. I think we'll stay in the cab. I'd love to know why the lights are not actually lighting up the bit in front of us. Oh, we can be going... let's just put a bit more throttle on. We're still losing speed. Yeah. You can absolutely derail the train if you go too fast into a corner, yeah. There's an emergency button too that you press that when you panic. So we've got the cab lights there. Look, see, these trains don't have anywhere for your legs to go either. So only people with amputations can drive them. What is our current speed limit? Oh, we're going downhill now. I think the current speed limit is 100. It's 174. How far have we got? 48 miles to go to our destination. So I think that red dot on our, that red little circle with the white inner on it, I think that is our speed limit max. Can't see where that is indicated though. So we're going uphill now, so we have to accelerate a bit. Maybe it's this train that's limited to 75 miles an hour. I think it might be getting a bit lighter. So there's our stars. Oh, well, maybe we're in a tunnel, I've no idea. It's just gone all dark again. Yeah, it must have been a tunnel. I don't think the stars are actually mapped on a real sky. I can't reckon. Oh, bloody tunnels again. Just when you're looking at the stars, bloody tunnel comes along. Too many tunnels for my liking. Let's go over the hills, not through them. But I'm pretty sure the lights are on. There must be a way of actually... Oh, there you go, you see? See the lights? The lights are on. Those are our lights. They're just not very good. Only 43 miles to go. Well, given we're travelling at 70 miles an hour, it's only going to take about 40 minutes. I think it might be getting light soon. Is that in real time? It is, yeah. AM. Oh, we're going over this over speed. Let's just throttle back a bit. We're going in a straight line. Doesn't matter if you speed a little bit, as long as you can stop in the distance that you can see to be clear. Which in our case is about the end of the dashboard. Yeah, we probably could get faster if we were going at 200, but this train doesn't get to 200. I don't think. It's only that horrible little red diesel thing. I thought it was going to give us the high speed train, but I think you've got to pay for that. because it kind of gave you the idea when you chose the route that it was a high-speed route. Oh look, the sun's coming up. Oh no, I'm going to hit a bridge. Ooh, that was close. Well, we didn't actually open the doors and let passengers on, so... we're probably fine. Ugh. I'm looking at myself. Freaky. It doesn't look like the happiest employee in the world. And he's able to turn his neck around 360 degrees or more. So this guy obviously, as well as having no legs, doesn't have any bones in his neck. Better unravel him. There we go. Oh, we're doing 95 miles an hour now. Wonder what it happens when we get to 100. Does it give us a prize? Because we're on neutral throttle. I suppose we could apply a little bit of brake, but last time I did that, the train stopped working. I think we must be in a tunnel again. We've gone off the scale. Look at that. Even on a little dashboard there. $160 kilometers an hour. You change the contrast of the screen. Yeah. Ha. And the brightness. Oh, we can turn it off as well. Brightness. What are these? No, they don't do anything. Pressure. I think that must brake pressure on there. We could open the passenger doors so they can jump off if they get too scared. I don't think it'll let us do that when the train's in motion though. Oh, maybe it will. Alright, we'll get a bit of wind in the hair. That was a long tunnel. And it's raining. How do we turn the wipers on? Must have wipers. Normally we'd have wipers. Contact signaller, yeah. Emergency brake valve. Apparently wipers were not something that were invented for this train. What? I don't speak foreign. Emergency. Where's the panic button? Oh. There you go. Now what? I think we've broken it. Brake on release. Forward. Full throttle. Raise the pantograph and close the main brake circuit.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Increase traction.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, I can't do anything with that switch. It don't appear to do anything. Well, this was a gaming challenge game anyway, and we've broken down.
Störung.
And I can't find the emergency breaker, so... Oh, is that it there?
Notbremse.
Applied. No, that's applied. Now trains are rubbish.
Notbremse.
Is that? Can you push that one? No. You can't push that one. Main circuit breaker. Close. Raise. Start. Train power line off. Train power line on. Start. Well, we definitely raised it, didn't we? We closed the main circuit breaker.
Störung.
Train brake emergency. Train brake release. Throttle at max. We go in again. No. Forward. Yeah. Raise the pantograph. Close the main circuit. Well, we just did that. Pantograph. Raise. It hasn't raised. Close the main bracket circuit. Raise the pantograph. Has it fallen off? It's still there. No, that is definitely the circuit breaker just there, because it says when you go to it. Main circuit breaker. Perhaps we have to put the train in neutral to do it. Apply the brakes. Full service. We'll put the throttle off. Set the reverser from off. Raise. Raise. Close. Train power on. Start. Reverser. In neutral.
Störung, Störung,
Raise. Close. Start. No, don't want to know. Alright, well. He wanted to get to the train station anyway. Train station's rubbish. Maybe he didn't like us open the doors. Passenger doors. Open. Close.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Right, I'm going to call it, I think. Set circuit breaker on. Well, it's closed, so closed is on. Main circuit breaker, so that's open, so that means the breaker's open, so it's not connecting to anything. Close. Raise. And then raising, so unless I can do it from the keyboards shortcut. Let's see what the keyboard mappings are. Z for engine starter. We got an ejector seat. Large ejector. Large ejector increase. P to raise it. Oh. And wipers is V. There we go. Okay. P. Raise. We're not raising, is it? So, I think my train's broken. How can we get out of this? Options. Main menu. Yes, please. Let's see what else we've got in there anyway before we call it a night. That was not a successful train journey. That was like being on a proper British train, that was. To the trains. Rail journeys, a guided experience. Well, we've only got training centre, which we've already done. See, we did all the training, and the training still broke. Quick play. Do something short. So just going to choose something at random now. Shop class. Good morning, engineer. It's nice and early start for you. Perform a cold start on this pair of ES44C4s and head over to the reception yard. We're going to drive 2 trains at once. How about that? That's a bonus, isn't that? Where's the door? Door. Secretly hiding the door. It's like a double barrel door. Whoa, that's what I call a train. Look at that, we've only got one lever. That's much simpler. Perform a cold start. Sit in the engineer's seat. What they should have is a button that just says start on your screen and it does everything for you. That would be much easier. Or you get somebody on the phone and say, can you come up to the cab and do my train? Alright. Are we not in the right seat, maybe? Oh, that's a bit more complicated, isn't it? Yeah, there's a few more levers there. I think we're in the wrong seat. Alright, set up the locomotive. Set the engine run to on. Press the fuel pump button. Set up, open the door, open the control cover. Set the engine control switch to start. 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 Oh, you've got to hold it. That's like my old Chevette, that was. That took ages to start as well. Set the engine control switch to run. Close the control cover. Select the generator to on. Set the brake valves for cut in and lead. That's F8 on your keyboard. Set the brake valves for cutting. Yeah, we just did that. You're going to push F4 as well. F4 is normally exit. Insert the reverser handle. Set it to forwards. Enable banking comms. There's a mixed manifest waiting at the West Reception Yard. Alright then. So let's release the brakes. Let's put the into forward gear. Oh, maybe this hasn't got any gears on this brake. On this train. Let's apply some throttle then. I think a stop-start button would be a bit easier. Hopefully all the points are set in the right direction, otherwise we're going to be stuffed. We stopped. We went a bit too far, did we? Or did we get on the wrong points? Oh, or have we got to go? I'm very confused now. Didn't it just tell us to go to this point and now we're going backwards? Oh, we're supposed to get into there, are we? Well, how do we do that then? Well, we're supposed to change some points. Look, if we go up there, we can change those points, and then we... Bloody hell, that's all a bit much, isn't that? How do we get onto there? Oh, we can go down that way, actually. That might be a bit easier. Where is our train? Is it that one? Oh, it's there, it's there. Right, we want to go backwards a bit, I think. All the way back, and then we'll swap those points over so we can go can I do it on the mouse? So that point, right, so I'll be far enough. Why can't I go down that line? Is there another set of points? Right. So, what about that point? Yes. Oh, hang on. Oh, I want to go there. That one. I want to go there. Where's our train? That one. We want to have on there. That's going in the right place. That's going in the right place now. Where's that one going? Right place? Yes. Yes. I think that is right now. I think we should get to our destination. So, we want to put that into forward. Release our brakes. Wait for the BC to go to 0. It's not going to go badly. It's going to go perfectly fine. We're going to win this one. All my points are right now. I know it. I looked on my map. Right. Now we can go. And it's going to go exactly to plan. just gonna idle in. Come on, we should go down the right one. Yes. We're speeding a little bit, but we don't care about that. Come on right, come on right. Straight on. And straight on again. Should we go left? Yes. Brake. Some brake, please. Haha! Disembark! Hang on, we're stuck now. Oh, sorry, we'll get off there. Refuel the locomotive? Hang on, isn't that somebody else's job? I drive the train, I don't fill it up. People who like to get their hands dirty. Fuel cap. That's like pick up the fuel hose. Why is the fuel hose on? That's just stupid. Have pumps on both sides. That's what you have at garages. That's just ridiculous. Because look, that is no way going to stretch all the way to the other side of the train, is it? It's like somebody is parked at a petrol station, they've got the fuel cap on the left side and their parts on the right side, and then they can't actually reach, and now we're stuck because we can't jump. Climb up. Pick up nozzle. Well, see, why did they go and tell us to connect the fuel hose? Pick it up. Yeah. Somebody's having a laugh here, aren't they? So we'll get back on the train now, and it'll be the Rickroll animation that we'll get. Bloody stupid. Well, I think we've seen enough. We should have people refueling our trains, not us. I just want to get the fire axe now and just chop some of these pipes up. Do we have... no, because it wouldn't let us actually attach it. It does want to make us attach it to that other side. So there's absolutely no way that I can stretch the hose pipe that far. No way at all. Yeah, I'm not sure what these are all about. Let's put that back on there. We move the train back a bit. Why is there no jump button? I think these train drivers need to do more exercise. You can walk through that, but you can't climb up bloody stairs. It's like... these things are meaningless to a driver. But little barriers, yeah, they get in the way. Stairs way too confusing. Climb down those stairs. Apparently we just climbed down the stairs again. What is that, Dovetail? What is that? Climb down the stairs. Bum 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 bum. Boom, look, there we go. Look. I think I'm going to go and park myself in front of the train, and then I'm going to drive over myself. There we go. Climb down steps. Jesus Christ. Well, you can walk through these pipes as well, so whatever's in here... yeah, they don't trip you up. Wow, look at that. No problem walking through that. What else can we walk through? No, can't walk through that. That is solid. So blue ones aren't solid. Those ones, they're not solid. That's solid. What about that thing? That's not solid. Post, that post. That's not solid. This little barrier here. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. Ah, look. Brown pipes. They're solid. This blue pipe. Not solid. Fantastic. There's a mixture of brown and blue pipes then. You mix brown and blue pipes together, then they become solid. Oh, that hose pipe, that's solid. Jesus Christ. Right, can you see any trains coming? We're looking for a train so we can stand on the track in front of it and end the game. Can we start trains running? Can we go into this one? We can go into this one. Oh, we'll have to start it all up again, are we? Release. Forwards. Throttle. Right. Quick, get out the door. Come on. I'm not moving. Run me over. We need to release the brakes. Brakes releasing. Right, the brakes releasing. Brakes released. Ah. Full service released. What about that? Released. Released. We can't even kill ourselves. What about that one over there then? Maybe this one will work. Automatic brake release. Throttle the idle. Release. So that dynamic brake is off. Throttle. No, I don't think this train is running. Well, I don't know why that train didn't want to move, but it did want to move. Maybe then we can run ourselves over with this train. So we can't get onto the train, can we? That was the problem we had. Couldn't actually get on the train. Climb up the stairs. Ah, I managed to climb up those stairs, but of course we can't get through the train. Oh, we can open the chain. God, look at that. No, we still... Ah, we crossed over. Yes. Fantastic. Right. Sitter, engineers. Braking off. Brakes released. Throttle. Throttled up. Open the door. Open the door. Crossing chain. Climb down the stairs. I wanted to run myself over. Where you going, train? You haven't got a driver. How's that going to work? Come back. All's forgiven. That's bloody fast that train was. It's disappeared. There it is. Perhaps we can thumb a lift with that helicopter. Or airplane. The invisible one. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up with my runaway train. In fact, I think it's just crashed because... Oh, no, it's come back. It had crashed there for a second, but it came back again. Is that another train in the distance there? Or are they just... Let's go have a look. It hasn't hit anything yet, so that's good. Oh. That was an invisible wall there, did you see? Oh, it didn't stop us that time. Oh, there you go. Yeah. An invisible wall. We're stuck in the scenery. In the Tails' fantastic game. Can't climb up there because our legs are too weak. When are we gonna go and see what these buildings are over here? Buildings or trains? Maybe a car or a motorcycle. That would be better. Is our train still moving? I think it is. Still going. Still going. I think there's a car over here. A truck. Should we see if we can get in it? What are these? Coffins? No. They're just... There we go, look. Yeah. We can get over these, and they're not blocking. That's good. Can we go in here? No, doors are a mystery to our engineer. What about the truck? Also doesn't know how to drive a truck. .3D garden. www. I wonder if that's a real address. We should try and go to that and see if you get cookie trapped. www.candomoriglue.com.tr. Well, there's a TR, don't know. Scenario failed. Signal passed at danger. I didn't even pass any bloody signals. What are you talking about? Well, I think that's been the 365-day gaming challenge, where we played Trains World Sim 3 locomotive thingy for day 249. Don't think we played it very well. Don't think we really played it how the games want us to play it. But often in these sim games, playing it the wrong way is the best way. But I will be back again tomorrow with another game from my party show. Until then, hope you have a pleasant day. And I shall see you later.